This super yacht is 140 meters long, or 459 feet, and she has over 10,000 gross tons. She's one of the largest super yachts ever made, and her name is Motor-Yacht Scheherazade. She is currently at the center of a mystery. No, she's not disappeared. She didn't sink. The mystery surrounding this massive vessel is simply this: who is the owner? When she arrived in Gibraltar in 2020, on her maiden voyage after leaving her builders in Germany, she had no nameplate or port of registry on the stern, a very unusual occurrence for a brand new vessel. Every discerning billionaire collecting his new toy wants to have the name emblazoned on the rear, right? Not this boat. Although the vessel was built by Lürssen, she is not listed on their website of yachts built by them, even though they have a comprehensive list of yachts that they have created. The interior was probably designed by Zuretti Interior Designs. I say probably because on Zuretti's website, even though there is a list of yachts the design house has worked on, including other very secret projects such as Motor-Yacht Amadea, there is only a mention of an unnamed 140 meter yacht on the list. Authorities who are investigating Russian-owned yachts, including Scheherazade, which is currently in Marina di Carrara in Italy, cannot even decipher who the owner of the vessel is, such is the level of secrecy. The vessel has a cover to obscure the nameplate, which is possibly what we saw in the video footage. And whilst she has been in the port in Italy, they have built a fence to obscure the vessel from passers-by, something unheard of in this port. The name Scheherazade is associated with the Middle East, as it is the fictional name of the wife of a sultan and the narrator of the tales in the Arabian Nights story. So maybe the vessel is owned by a Middle Eastern owner, right? However, Scheherazade is a symphonic suite composed by Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov in 1888, so it also has a Russian connection. President Putin spent a lot of time in Sochi in Russia over the last 2 years during the pandemic, and the vessel visited the Black Sea city in 2020 and 2021 at the same time Putin was there. A rumour in the industry, which has been backed up by a former crew member, is that the yacht has two crews, a European one and a Russian one, that comes on whenever the owner uses the vessel. The ex-crew member even supplied examples of two crew lists. When people on the list were contacted, one said they had worked on board, but most people on the list denied working there, and one even denied he had worked at sea for the last 25 years. A former crew member told me of his experience being recruited by the vessel. He said during the recruitment, he had to sign a non-disclosure agreement before the process even began. Then they asked him to supply a 60-second video introducing himself. After he submitted it, they came back to him and said that he needed to re-record it, but not to mention any of the vessels he'd ever worked on before. So secretive is the management company for this vessel that I wasn't even able to establish who it was to ask them for a statement. When yachts are in the build process, they're given a project name, right? Scheherazade's project name was Project Lightning. But before it was even completed, there was another ship being built by Lürssen called Project Thunder. Thunder and Lightning. The sister ship to Scheherazade, Motor-Yacht Crescent, is very similar in construction. However, it has a black hull and Scheherazade has a white hull, and both vessels are shrouded in mystery, and the owners of each vessel are unknown. On the Lürssen website, Motor-Yacht Crescent, when you go to interior design, it says confidential. But it is on their website at least, whereas Scheherazade is not even mentioned. Sources have suggested Scheherazade is linked with Igor Sechin, head of the state-owned oil company Rosneft, and described by the Guardian newspaper as the second most important man in Russia. The captain of the vessel, who refused to name the owner, said, however, he was not on the sanctions list. However, if Sechin is the owner, he is on the sanctions list. So will investigators ever establish who the owner actually is? And I don't mean the name that will be on the paperwork, because that will probably be a shell company in the Marshall Islands. It's likely that once they've made it through the paperwork of shell companies and trusts and management companies, they'll end up with a name not too far from the person they're looking for.